Chapter 1. Introduction to INTJs. INTJs are introverted people who get their energy from being alone. They are restrained, directing their energy and attention within. Because of their introversion, INTJs are frequently very secretive and careful about whom they share their ideas and thoughts with. INTJs see patterns and connections that others may overlook. They are exceptional problem solvers because they have a natural capacity to grasp the broad picture and understand how things fit together. INTJs are logical, intellectual, and analytical and are not readily moved by emotions. They approach decision-making from a strategic standpoint. INTJs may experience strong emotions and care for others. However, since they want to keep their emotions private, they often struggle with communicating these emotions. They are self-sufficient people who are not afraid to question conventional wisdom and to go against the status quo. INTJs are picky about who they let into their inner circle and might seem cold or distant to those who don't understand them. In their relationships, they prefer honesty and directness, and they often struggle with individuals who are highly emotional. INTJs flourish as leaders and problem solvers in the workplace. They are extremely talented people who can create and execute successful methods to attain their goals. They are not hesitant to question the status quo and are always seeking methods to enhance and optimize processes. However, their emphasis on rationality and efficiency might cause them to seem oblivious to the needs and emotions of others. INTJs are highly motivated and driven people who are committed to constant personal and professional development. They are natural problem solvers and great leaders. Their mix of traits qualifies them for careers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Chapter 2. Characteristics of INTJs. INTJs are introverts and prefer to spend time alone or in small groups. They are frequently quiet and autonomous. They are very perceptive, depending on their intuition and abstract thinking skills to understand their surroundings. They are analytical by nature and tend to think critically about problems and solutions. INTJs are very rational people who base their decisions and actions on logic and reasoning. They are not affected by emotions or personal prejudices, preferring to base their decisions on facts and data. This makes them exceptional problem solvers and critical thinkers who can tackle difficult problems quickly and in an efficient and effective way. INTJs also love order and structure. They are more likely to prepare ahead of time and like to have a clear direction and feeling of purpose. They respect efficiency and are often very productive, with the ability to prioritize activities and concentrate on what is most essential. They may be highly determined and may come off as domineering or dominating to others since they know exactly what they want and how to get it. INTJs are not readily influenced by other people's perspectives and may have a propensity to disregard the emotions or opinions of others around them. This may occasionally lead to disagreements with other people since they may not completely understand the consequences of their actions. INTJs value information and learning and are always looking for ways to better and broaden their understanding of the world. They are inherently inquisitive and, as a result, are frequently lifelong learners who like digging into difficult subjects and ideas. They are often very brilliant and succeed in industries requiring critical thinking and problem-solving skills. While many INTJs may display many of these traits, it is vital to remember that everyone is unique and may not fit neatly into one personality type. People may also display traits from different personality types, resulting in a more nuanced and complicated personality. INTJs like to reach decisions through logic and reason rather than emotions or gut impulses. This makes them superb strategists and planners because they can see the broad picture and devise long-term strategies to attain their objectives. INTJs are also extremely autonomous and prefer to work alone rather than in groups. INTJs are also known for their self-assurance and confidence. They are often determined and fearless in taking risks, which may lead to success in both personal and professional endeavors. Their confidence, though, may occasionally come off as arrogance, particularly when they disagree with others. INTJs are also very critical and perfectionist, which may lead to them being harsh on themselves and others at times. INTJs are not without flaws. They may be very critical and meticulous, and they may find it difficult to receive comments or criticism from others. They may also be indifferent to the emotions of others, making it difficult to form deep bonds with others. They may also struggle to connect emotionally with others, making them seem unapproachable. INTJs emphasize efficiency and productivity. They think that there is always a better way to do things and are continually looking for new methods to enhance procedures and systems. As a result, they make good managers and administrators because they can simplify procedures and boost efficiency. However, their quest for efficiency may make them seem stiff and inflexible at times. INTJs have a strong sense of purpose and a desire to make a positive difference in the world. They have a clear vision of what they want to accomplish and are prepared to put in the effort to make it a reality. This passion and dedication may be quite inspiring to people around them, and it often leads to tremendous success for INTJs. Cognitive functions of INTJs. Cognitive functions are the basic mental processes that govern how people see and interpret things in their environment. Each personality type has a unique collection of cognitive processes that define their strengths and weaknesses. Introverted intuition, INI, is the dominant cognitive function of INTJs. This function, which is very future-focused, is the lens through which INTJs see the world. Introverted intuition enables them to see connections, patterns, and hidden signals that others would overlook. It helps give them a deeper, almost subconscious grasp of how things fit together in a larger, more abstract manner rather than just knowing the facts as they are. Even if they don't know every detail, INTJs often have a good idea of where things are headed. Even when things seem obscure to others, they have faith in their inner vision, which directs them toward long-term goals. Because of their ability to see ahead, they are very good at planning and strategizing. INTJs may not always be able to share their insights with others, because they often find it difficult to express the abstract concepts that arise in their heads. Their dominant introverted intuition is complemented by the secondary function extrovert thinking, TE, which offers an externally defined framework for transforming their intuitive thoughts into concrete ideas. Extrovert thinking prioritizes efficacy and efficiency and is goal-oriented. Extrovert thinking takes over to organize, plan, and carry out ideas, whilst introverted intuition focuses on understanding the possibilities and the larger picture. Extrovert thinking motivates INTJs to look for structure, order, and workable answers to problems. Because of their desire to apply knowledge in a manner that produces quantifiable, practical outcomes rather than just understanding them, INTJs are often seen as very productive people. The way INTJs handle their environment also reflects their extrovert thinking strength. They often have a low threshold for inefficiency or chaos and favor procedures and systems that make sense to them and support their goals. Because they value logic above feelings or subjective experiences, their desire for accuracy may sometimes come off as aloof or impersonal. But for INTJs, this is not a lack of empathy. Rather, it is a question of putting what they believe to be the best course of action first, even if it means ignoring feelings. The tertiary function of INTJs is introverted feeling, FI. Even though introverted feeling is not as developed in INTJs as NI or TE, it is nonetheless quite important to how they think and act. Introverted feeling is concerned with feelings, personal beliefs, and ideals. This function works more covertly for INTJs, subtly yet significantly affecting their choices and behaviors. Because of this function, they have strong internal beliefs about what is right or wrong, and they strive to match their behaviors with their values, even if they may not always show their views emotionally or visibly. Their introverted feeling gives them a compass for making choices that are true to themselves. Introverted feeling may sometimes generate internal conflict for INTJs since it is a tertiary function. They may undergo severe emotional upheaval when under stress or when their morals are under attack. This is because, although being less prominent than their other functions, their introverted feeling is nevertheless very much there and may cause internal conflict when they feel that their internal goals and the outside world are not aligned. Over time, INTJs who are able to develop their introverted feeling tend to become more aware of their emotional demands and how to balance them with their rational, goal-oriented personality. Extrovert sensing, SE, is their least developed function, and it often causes stress or blind spots. Extrovert sensing emphasizes living in the present, having direct sensory experiences, and interacting with the outside world in a sensory-rich manner. This function places a high priority on spontaneity and living in the present. Because INTJs are so focused on the future and abstract ideas, they could find it difficult to be totally present in the moment, instead focusing on abstract concepts or long-term goals. As a consequence, INTJs may not be able to take advantage of life's immediate sensory experiences, things like taking in a stunning view, enjoying a delicious meal, or recognizing the little joys of daily life. A general feeling of alienation or annoyance with the uninteresting parts of life may result from this lack of involvement with the present. However, by deliberately working to cultivate their extrovert sensing, INTJs can learn to be more aware of their surroundings and their senses, which will enhance their life experience and help them be more grounded in the here and now. For INTJs, the interaction of these cognitive processes produces a unique combination of advantages and disadvantages. Their FI make sure that their plans are in line with their internal ideals, while their NI and TE collaborate to help them develop organized plans based on visionary insights. However, their least developed SE might sometimes cause them to become disconnected from the present, becoming so preoccupied about the future that they fail to appreciate the joys of the present. INTJs are motivated by a desire to see beyond the obvious, understand the world deeply, and develop systems that will enable them to realize their vision. When their cognitive processes are in harmony, they will be able to tackle challenging problems, create plans, and relentlessly pursue their goals. However, their growth is a lifetime process, just like that of other personality types, and they may become more balanced and happy the more they learn to develop their less dominating functions, especially their inferior SE and tertiary FI. Chapter 3. Strengths of INTJ. 1. Natural problem solvers. INTJs can see patterns and connections, allowing them to grasp the broad picture and make long-term goals. They can analyze the pros and disadvantages of several possibilities and arrive at a well-reasoned conclusion by considering diverse views. INTJs are fast to analyze a situation and pinpoint the source of the problem. They are not content with just treating the symptoms of a problem, but instead seek to address the root cause. This strategy assures that the issue does not reoccur in the future. INTJs are also not hesitant to question authority and think outside the box. They are not satisfied with the status quo and are continually looking for ways to enhance and optimize things for efficiency. This ability enables INTJs to devise new solutions to challenging problems. INTJs also have a high degree of self-awareness, which helps them to know their own strengths and flaws and try to better themselves on a regular basis. They are conscious of their limits and actively seek fresh knowledge and experiences to help them progress. This self-awareness is critical for the development of their strategic thinking and problem-solving skills. INTJs also have good communication abilities, which is vital in putting their ideas and solutions into action. They can express their thoughts and ideas in a clear and simple way, helping others to understand their point of view. This capacity to communicate effectively helps INTJs to build relationships with others, obtain knowledge for better judgments, and collaborate with others to attain their goals. When presented with a challenge, INTJs can stay cool and sensible, and they can evaluate diverse points of view objectively. They can establish common ground with others and collaborate to resolve disputes peacefully and efficiently. They can think ahead and build plans that handle both present and prospective future challenges. This capacity to prepare for the future and think ahead is critical in developing successful plans and solutions. INTJs are also known for their ability to lead. They can manage situations, assign jobs, and persuade people to work together toward a single goal. Because of their strategic thinking and problem-solving skills, they are good leaders who can lead their team to victory. INTJs are also very adaptive, with the ability to change their methods and plans as required. They are not dogmatic in their opinions and are open to new ideas and viewpoints. This capacity to adapt and change plans is critical in today's fast-paced, ever-changing environment. INTJs think independently, preferring to rely on their own ideas and insights rather than taking other people's judgments at face value. They have a strong thirst for knowledge as well as a natural curiosity that leads them to seek information and experiment with new ideas. Because of their independence and intellectualism, INTJs are able to generate unique ideas that they may use to do their job, making them excellent assets in any team or company. INTJs have a strong sense of ethics and morals. They have a strong sense of what is right and wrong and are not reluctant to defend their convictions. This strong sense of ethics is what motivates INTJs to choose occupations that match with their ideals and endeavor to make a good difference in the world. 2. High expectations of oneself and others. INTJs have a natural need for information and understanding. They are continuously striving to increase their knowledge of the world around them and to better themselves. This motivation to improve often translates into a strong desire to be the best in all aspects of their life. And it is this ambition that drives them to set high expectations for themselves. They feel that by establishing such high standards, they would drive themselves to realize their greatest potential and accomplish their goals. Another thing that contributes to INTJs' high expectations is their natural proclivity to prepare and strategize. INTJs are forward-thinking individuals who are always searching for methods to better their plans and achieve their goals. This strategic thinking extends not just to their personal lives, but also to their work life and interpersonal relationships. INTJs are known for their confidence and independence, in addition to their quest for self-improvement and strategic thinking. They have faith in their capacity to make good choices and achieve the greatest results, which leads to high expectations for themselves and people around them. INTJs feel that individuals who are extremely skilled provide the greatest outcomes, and they want other people's level of competence to be as high as their own. INTJs are deeply committed to justice and fairness, believing that everyone should be held to the same standards. They will not accept mediocrity or laziness, and they want others to put in the same amount of work and devotion that they do. This drive for justice and equality extends to their interpersonal relationships, and INTJs often have high expectations of their lovers, friends, and coworkers. INTJs have a high feeling of duty and think that their activities have a direct influence on the world around them. They see themselves as role models and leaders, and they hold themselves to high standards in order to fulfill this obligation. This feeling of obligation often pushes INTJs to take on difficult roles and duties, as well as to push themselves to attain their objectives despite the hurdles. INTJs emphasize precision and correctness in their job and dealings with others. They feel that paying attention to detail is critical to attaining their goals, and they often have high expectations for their own and other people's work. INTJs want their own work to be of the greatest quality, and they expect others to do the same. This need for precision and correctness causes INTJs to be demanding and critical of themselves and others, but it also helps them to succeed at work and in their personal lives. 3. Excellent oral and written communication skills. INTJs succeed in many fields because they have a good sense of logic and can effectively communicate their thoughts and ideas. They can explain their views in a logical and simple way. INTJs are also known for their quick thinking and ability to improvise on the fly, which is a key talent in verbal communication. INTJs thrive at written communication as well. They have a natural ability to organize their thoughts and ideas, making it easier for others to follow their train of thought. They can write simply and succinctly, and their writing style is frequently straightforward and to the point. INTJs pay close attention to detail and are thorough in their writing, ensuring that it is error-free and simple to understand. The capacity to listen is another important part of INTJs' great communication skills. Chapter 4. Challenges INTJs may face. INTJs may struggle with emotional intelligence because they are rational and analytical in their approach to life. They depend significantly on their intuition and reasoning processes, which might cause them to ignore or miss emotional signals. INTJs may see emotions as unreasonable. This may cause problems in interpersonal relationships because it may make the INTJ seem insensitive or unemotional to other people's emotions. They are hyper-focused on their goals and may be less sensitive to the emotional needs and sentiments of others. As a consequence, the INTJ may be viewed as callous or self-centered if they do not consider the influence of their actions on others. INTJs may also struggle to articulate their own feelings, which might impair their emotional intelligence. They may be prone to suppressing their emotions, which may lead to frustration. This may also pose problems in their relationships, since other people may find it difficult to grasp the INTJ's emotional needs. To tackle this, INTJs will benefit from cultivating empathy, which is an important component of emotional intelligence. Empathy entails understanding and putting yourself in the shoes of others. INTJs will improve their relationships and communication skills by strengthening their empathy. INTJs will benefit from learning to regulate their emotions as well. This may include being more aware of their emotional triggers and learning to manage their emotions in a healthy manner. Mindfulness and relaxation techniques, for example, can help INTJs manage stress and anxiety. INTJs will also benefit from obtaining feedback on their emotional intelligence from others. INTJs will learn more about their own emotional strengths and shortcomings and find opportunities for improvement by soliciting constructive criticism. This may also help INTJs in better understanding the emotional effect of their actions on others and in developing more satisfying relationships. Overcritical and perfectionist tendencies. As we saw earlier, INTJs have a clear vision of what they want to achieve and how they want to do it, and they're prepared to work hard and put in the time and effort required to get there. This ambition to achieve, however, may often result in an unduly critical attitude, since INTJs may hold themselves and others to impossible standards. Another thing that contributes to INTJ perfectionist tendencies is their intuition and the ability to detect patterns and connections. This intuition helps INTJs in identifying areas for growth and identifying possible faults in plans and ideas, but it may also lead to a propensity to concentrate on what is wrong rather than what is good. INTJs may be continually seeking for ways to enhance and perfect a situation, even if it is already adequate. INTJs utilize their strong sense of logic and reason to study and assess circumstances and individuals. While this analytical approach may provide useful insights and answers, it can also cause INTJs to be too critical of themselves and others. They may be quick to point out what is wrong and what may be better without considering the time and effort that has gone into a project. INTJs are also independent thinkers who place a premium on efficiency and effectiveness. They desire to do things right the first time and are generally hesitant to spend effort on something they believe will fail. As a consequence, INTJs may be unduly critical of their own and other people's work in order to reduce inefficiencies or errors. Because of their critical attitude, INTJs may be frequently viewed as insensitive or unempathetic, which may have a detrimental influence on their relationships and dealings with others. The relentless pursuit of perfection may result in feelings of fatigue, anxiety, and depression, particularly when INTJs believe they are unable to meet their own high standards. This might lead to a loss of motivation, diminished confidence, and general unhappiness. INTJs must understand that perfection is an impossible ideal. Nobody or anything can be flawless in every aspect. INTJs should avoid being too critical and perfectionist by embracing this truth and concentrating on constant development rather than perfection. Setting realistic goals and expectations for oneself and others may also help INTJs. INTJs should concentrate on creating reasonable goals and recognizing and appreciating progress and achievements along the way rather than aiming for perfection. Difficulty expressing their emotions. INTJs have a tendency to internalize their emotions, which may make it difficult for them to explain their feelings to others. This might lead to a lack of emotional connection with others, which can have a negative impact on their relationships. This flaw might be because INTJs are very rational and analytical. They may struggle to understand their own emotions. They may struggle to express their emotions because they see emotions as unreasonable and subjective. INTJs also have a strong desire for control and order, which may make it difficult for them to express their emotions. When they express their feelings, particularly unpleasant emotions, they may feel as though they are losing control. INTJs value their personal space and may see emotional expressiveness as an intrusion into their privacy. This might cause them to avoid situations where they may be forced to reveal their emotions, such as social gatherings or private conversations. INTJs often depend on their intuition and reflect carefully on their experiences. They may believe that they understand their feelings on a deeper level than words can describe, and hence may be disappointed when others do not. This may drive them to keep their emotions to themselves. INTJs must understand that emotional expressiveness is a necessary aspect of human relationships. INTJs will improve their ties with others and create a more empathic and supportive network by communicating their emotions. Difficulty adjusting to new environments or situations. INTJs are known for having a strong sense of inner vision and the capacity to think rationally, and they often place their reliance in their own judgment and insights above external information or input. As a result, They may be less inclined to examine different views or change their thinking in response to changing circumstances, making it harder for them to adapt. Another issue that might make it difficult for INTJs to adapt to new conditions is their proclivity to plan and arrange their life around long-term goals. INTJs are generally motivated by a desire to attain their goals, and they want to have a clear sense of direction in their life. They may struggle to adjust when confronted with a new or unexpected scenario because they are unable to recognize how the event fits into their previous plans. INTJs are often quiet and may be viewed as distant, making it difficult for them to connect with people. Because they prefer to concentrate on their own thoughts and ideas rather than socializing and networking, INTJs may struggle to adjust in new social environments. INTJs like stability and rigidity and may get bewildered or uncomfortable in situations that demand flexibility and adaptability. INTJs may also be cautious to attempt new things or explore new ideas because they believe their current knowledge and understanding of the world is enough. While INTJs may have difficulty adapting, this does not imply that they are incapable of doing so. INTJs can learn the skills needed to become more adaptive and flexible. INTJs should practice active listening, reaching out to others, and being more receptive to comments and suggestions from others. Learning about diverse communication styles and attempting to understand how others perceive and react to INTJs can also be beneficial. Another thing INTJs may do to increase their adaptability is to become more at ease with uncertainty and ambiguity. INTJs may find it beneficial to practice moving outside of their comfort zone and attempting new things. INTJs should also concentrate on creating a growth mindset. This might include accepting problems as opportunities for progress rather than threats, learning to be more flexible and open-minded, as well as seeking out new experiences and viewpoints that challenge their previous ideas and assumptions. Chapter 5. INTJs in Romantic Relationships. INTJs generally want partners who are at ease with themselves and do not feel compelled to adhere to cultural standards or expectations. This permits INTJs to keep their independence and freedom while still benefiting from the emotional connection that a romantic relationship may provide. INTJs are frequently highly attentive and compassionate partners in love relationships, eager to put in the time and effort to understand their partner's needs and desires. They are good at reading between the lines and can often detect unsaid hints and emotions, even if they do not always convey their own thoughts in the same manner. As a result, they excel in resolving conflicts and finding mutually beneficial solutions to disagreements. In terms of ideal romantic partners, INTJs want long-term partners who are intellectual equals and who will support them in their personal and professional endeavors. They cherish honesty, trust, and mutual respect, and they often seek partners who share their sense of self-assurance and independence. While INTJs are often successful in their professional and intellectual endeavors, they may struggle to build and sustain love relationships. INTJs are naturally independent people who are not readily influenced by cultural standards or expectations, and they may have difficulty finding partners who understand and respect this side of their personality. INTJs have difficulty expressing their feelings, which may lead to a perceived lack of emotional connection in their relationships. While INTJs are extremely analytical and rational in their problem-solving approach, they may not always be comfortable expressing their emotions in a conventional, emotional manner. This may sometimes lead to misunderstandings or misinterpretations, particularly for partners seeking a more emotionally expressive relationship. INTJs may be highly specific about the traits they want in a mate, and they may have difficulty settling for less than their ideal. This might result in a habit of prematurely terminating relationships or being single for extended periods of time. INTJs may need to focus on being more open-minded and flexible in their relationship approach, as well as accepting that not every partner will satisfy all of their expectations. INTJs must be willing to put in the effort to understand their partner's needs and desires, as well as be more vocal and honest with their own emotions in order to have successful love relationships. They must also be prepared to compromise and change their attitude in order to achieve a mutually satisfying relationship. INTJs will also benefit from looking for partners who are supportive and accepting of their independence, as well as those who value their intellect and analytical approach to problem solving. Finding partners who recognize their distinctive talents and support their personal and professional aspirations might help INJs achieve happiness and satisfaction in their relationships. INJs should not restrict themselves to pursuing love relationships with only those who have similar personality types. They can find pleasure and satisfaction in relationships with people of other personality types if they can understand and accept other people's distinct traits. INJs are very devoted and loyal partners who are committed to making their relationships successful. In their relationships, INJs seek honesty and openness, and they may be upset by partners who are not open and direct in their communication. INJs are also very independent people who may struggle with excessively clinging or possessive partners. To have successful love relationships, INJs must be ready to work on understanding and articulating their own needs and desires, as well as those of their partner. They should also be ready to put in the effort to keep the emotional connection in their relationships, even if it does not come readily to them as it does to other personality types. INJs might also benefit from finding partners who support their independence and professional goals, as well as those who understand and respect their distinctive approach to problem-solving and decision-making. INJs in friendship. INJs are autonomous, rational, and analytical, and because of this it may be difficult for them to build and sustain deep relationships. However, INJs may have deep and lasting friendships if they work on themselves. INJs are often reserved people who value solitude and alone time. They are often preoccupied with their goals and tasks, and may find it difficult to prioritize spending time with friends. This might give the impression of aloofness or indifference to others. INJs should be aware of this and make an effort to connect with their friends, whether via frequent catch-ups or by making time for social gatherings. INJs are also recognized for their straightforward communication style. While this may be useful in professional relationships, it can also be misunderstood in personal ones. INJs must be aware of how their words may be perceived by others, particularly those with a distinct communication style. In order to preserve solid ties with their friends, they may need to change their approach. INJs place a high priority on loyalty and honesty in their relationships and seek friends who share their values and ideas. They are also quite clever and like having intellectual conversations with their pals. This common interest in intellectual stimulation may form a strong link between INJs and their pals. INJs prefer a small group of close friends over a vast network of acquaintances. They are also eager to commit time and energy in sustaining these relationships, and they are often prepared to go above and beyond to assist their friends. Those who are fortunate enough to be considered friends with an INJ value this degree of devotion and dedication. INJs are always seeking for ways to better themselves and others around them, and they appreciate sharing their knowledge and experiences with their peers. This may lead to a mutually beneficial and empowering relationship in which both sides can grow and develop. INJs respect friends who can challenge them and participate in intellectual arguments with them, as well as those who are not afraid to disagree with them. This form of bonding allows INJs to view the world from multiple perspectives. However, INJs must be cognizant of their propensity to be unduly critical of their friends. They may accidentally damage their friends' emotions by providing overly frank or direct remarks. When delivering critique, INJs must be conscious of their tone and approach to ensure that they are constructive and helpful. INJs have a strong awareness of personal boundaries and respect the boundaries of their friends. They are unlikely to engage in potentially invasive or rude conduct. INJs recognize that their friends have lives and interests of their own, and they are ready to give them the space they need to pursue those interests. INJs put a high priority on trust and friendships. They will not accept betrayal or deception, and they demand the same degree of honesty from their pals. If a buddy betrays their confidence, the INJ may find it difficult to forgive and move on. INJs are often attracted to individuals who share their beliefs and interests. They prefer spending time with others who share their enthusiasm for learning and self-improvement, as well as those who are independent and self-sufficient. How INJs can improve interpersonal relationships. Focusing on active listening is one of the first measures INJs may take to strengthen their interpersonal relationships. INJs often have strong beliefs and may quickly get engrossed in their own thoughts, making them seem indifferent or dismissive of other people's points of view. To prevent this, INJs should actively listen to what others are saying and make an honest attempt to understand their point of view. This may help to foster trust and respect for others, both of which are necessary foundations for good relationships. Emotional intelligence is another key part of interpersonal relationship for INTJs. Although INTJs are known for their practical and logical thinking, they may have difficulty understanding or expressing emotions. Improving emotional intelligence may include learning to detect and understand emotions, as well as learning to successfully communicate these emotions. This may help INTJs connect with people more intimately. INTJs have a propensity to keep their ideas and feelings to themselves, which may create a sense of separation from others. INTJs may strive to communicate more about themselves, their ideas and emotions, and to be more open and accessible with others in order to develop stronger bonds. This may aid in the development of trust, closeness, and mutual understanding. INTJs may also benefit from investing in their relationships by making time for those they care about and being present and attentive when they are together. Setting aside time for activities with friends and family, as well as making a deliberate effort to be present and involved throughout these encounters is vital. Learning how to properly manage disagreements is another crucial part of managing interpersonal relationships for INTJs. INTJs may avoid confrontation or attempt to address issues in a logical, reasonable way, which may be regarded as dismissive or callous at times. To successfully resolve conflict, INTJs should use active listening and empathy, as well as approach confrontations with a desire to understand and respect the opinions of others. Chapter 6. Some career options for INTJs. 1. Management consultant. INTJs excel in problem analysis and problem solving, making them perfect for management consulting. 2. Financial analyst. Because INTJs have a natural capacity to analyze complicated financial information, they are ideal candidates for a job as a financial analyst. 3. Business strategist. INTJs excel in developing long-term business strategies, making them ideal candidates for a profession as a business strategist. 4. Data scientist. INTJs excel in data analysis and problem solving, making them ideal candidates for a job in data science. 5. Software developer. INTJs are recognized for their technical prowess and enjoyment of solving complicated issues, making them ideal candidates for a job in software development. 6. Business intelligence analyst. INTJs excel at gathering and evaluating data, making them great candidates for a job in business intelligence. 7. Project manager. Because INTJs excel at planning and organizing, they are excellent project managers. 8. Systems analyst. INTJs excel at detecting inefficiencies in systems and developing solutions, making them ideal candidates for a profession as a systems analyst. 9. IT manager. Because INTJs excel at managing complicated systems, they are well suited for a job in IT management. 10. Engineer. INTJs have a natural flair for technical and logical thinking, which makes them ideal for engineering vocations. 11. Lawyer. Because of their excellent ability to evaluate and understand information, INTJs are well suited to a profession in law. 12. Entrepreneur. Because of their capacity to bring ideas into reality, INTJs are well suited entrepreneurs. 13. Corporate executive. INTJs thrive in strategic decision-making and organizational leadership, making them perfect for a job as a corporate executive. 14. Economist. INTJs excel at evaluating facts and making sound judgments, making them perfect candidates for a job as an economist. 15. Operations manager. INTJs have a natural flair for refining procedures and systems, making them ideal candidates for positions as operations managers. 16. Product manager. INTJs excel at analyzing market trends and designing new goods, making them ideal candidates for a job as a product manager. 17. Human resources manager. INTJs excel at assessing personnel data and making sound judgments, making them ideal candidates for a position as a human resources manager. 18. Marketing strategist. INTJs excel at analyzing customer behavior and formulating marketing strategies, making them ideal candidates for a marketing job. 19. Research scientist. INTJs excel in research and problem solving, making them perfect candidates for a job as a research scientist. 20. Accountant. INTJs excel at comprehending complicated financial data, making them perfect for a profession as an accountant. 21. Investment banker. Because INTJs excel at assessing financial data and making sound investment judgments, they are well suited for a job as an investment banker. 22. Sales manager. Because INTJs excel at designing sales strategy and directing teams, they are well suited for a job in sales management. How INTJs can succeed in their jobs. One of the most important skills that INTJs have is the capacity to analyze things critically and rationally. They can swiftly spot patterns and integrate bits of information, allowing them to understand complicated systems and devise new solutions to challenges. Because of their capacity to study and understand complicated systems, INTJs are highly desired in sectors like science, engineering, and technology, where they may use their problem-solving skills to produce new technologies and products. The capacity to plan and strategize is another strength that INTJs bring to their jobs. They are good at planning ahead and have a strong sense of purpose and direction. This enables them to establish long-term goals for themselves and their teams, and then work to build plans and tactics to help them reach those objectives. INTJs can think several steps ahead and foresee unexpected bottlenecks, allowing them to develop contingency plans and keep their initiatives on schedule. INTJs are independent thinkers who aren't hesitant to question the existing quo and think outside the box. They are self-assured in their talents and are not hesitant to make judgments and take calculated risks, even if others disagree. This willingness to question the status quo and take risks helps INTJs to bring fresh ideas and views to their jobs, as well as lead their teams in new and inventive ways. INTJs are also known for their high level of integrity and unshakable dedication to their ideals and views. They have a strong sense of what is right and wrong, and they are not hesitant to speak up for what they believe in, even if it is against their will. This feeling of integrity and devotion to their principles is what makes INTJs so well-liked by colleagues and peers, as well as what makes them excellent leaders in their jobs. INTJs also have a meticulous organization and attention to detail. They are good at devising systems to assist them manage their time and duties more effectively. This allows INTJs to execute tasks on time and at a high quality. INTJs are also known for their endurance and drive. They are strongly determined to attain their goals and are not readily deterred by failures. INTJs have a strong sense of purpose and are dedicated to seeing their endeavors through. This endurance and dedication is what permits INTJs to overcome obstacles and achieve tremendous success in their jobs. Career difficulties that INTJs may experience. One typical problem that INTJs may have is trouble interacting with their coworkers. INTJs are often seen as solitary and reclusive persons, making it difficult for them to form deep bonds with others. This may have an influence on their capacity to collaborate successfully, share their ideas, and accept criticism. Resistance to change is another problem that INTJs may confront. INTJs value consistency and habit and may be resistant to change, even when it is required. This makes it difficult for them to adjust to new technology or procedures, reducing their effectiveness in their work. INTJs may also have difficulty with task delegation. They are self-sufficient and independent, which might make it difficult for them to trust others to complete tasks to their standards. This may cause INTJs to get overburdened with tasks, reducing their productivity. INTJs may have difficulty recognizing their own emotions as well as the feelings of others. They are often regarded as rational and analytical people, which may make understanding and processing emotional information challenging. This may have an influence on their capacity to manage stress, resolve disagreements, and create solid relationships with coworkers. INTJs may find it difficult to collaborate with those who do not share their perspective, and they may be viewed as arrogant or aloof. This might make it harder to form good relationships with colleagues and affect their capacity to cooperate successfully. INTJs may have high expectations for themselves and others, and when these expectations are not realized, they may get irritated or unhappy. This may lead to stress and burnout, as well as a decrease in overall work satisfaction. INTJs may grow disappointed if their job does not go in line with their own beliefs or aspirations, and they may find it difficult to transfer to a new position or profession. INTJs may struggle to move between projects and prioritize their workload, which may have an influence on their productivity and efficiency. Strategies for overcoming career-related problems for INTJs. The desire for achievement drives INTJs, and having specific goals might help them remain focused and motivated. To maximize their chances of success, these goals should be SMART. INJs are naturally inquisitive people, and continuing education may help them stay up to date on the newest trends and advancements in their field. This may also improve their knowledge and abilities, making them more useful to their work and boosting their opportunities for promotion. Networking within their sector may also help INJs. Although INJs are often reserved people, networking may help them get exposure to new possibilities, create connections with colleagues and mentors, and grow their professional network. To create these relationships, INJs should attend business events and join professional groups. INJs may benefit from finding a mentor or coach who can give direction and support as they progress through their careers. A mentor or coach may provide insights and advise on overcoming obstacles, as well as assist INJs in developing new skills and techniques to attain their goals. Career-related stress may have an influence on their well-being and productivity, but INJs can minimize stress and enhance their general health by using self-care practices like exercise, meditation, or taking breaks when needed. INJs must also communicate efficiently and clearly with their coworkers and bosses. INJs are typically quiet people, yet straightforward and honest communication may help in the development of trust and understanding in the workplace. This may also help INJs handle potential disagreements or misunderstandings and enhance their overall workplace relationships.